The next practice of 4 purifications is the second in the series. Kapala Bhati is the skull shining breath. Sometimes skull shining breath is referred to as skull shine, or breath of fire, or Bhastrika, or bellows breath. In our system, Bhastrika is a different practice, but for some that refer to this breath as Bhastrika, I say that the Kapala Bhati is a more fast version of Bhastrika Pranayama. So essentially, some systems will teach Bhastrika as the Kapala Bhati. They're synonymous. But in our system, they are different. There's neither right nor wrong. This is just the way that our system names these practices. Kapala Bhati is a forced exhalation followed by a reflexed inhalation. So I'll demonstrate briefly. Now that can be done 50 to 100 times. It can be done up to a minute in length. So that's just a demonstration of that forced. If we peter out and lose breath, like we just kind of run out of breath, we're not inhaling enough. So you want to take enough breath on the inhale to keep a slow, steady striking of the breath. The attention is on the Agya Chakra with the striking of the breath at the third eye center each and every exhalation. 50 to 100 strokes of the breath can be done based on the capacity. It's important in this practice to not go too quick, then slow down, then build up quick, and then slow down. You want to keep a good steady pace. Once you can keep the pace, you can increase the speed like this. So it can increase. But the most important thing is to keep the rhythm. The speed isn't as important as the rhythm of the breath. Again, you don't want to shake the body too much. Your body will move a little bit because you're stroking a very powerful breath, but you're not moving the body a lot. You're keeping it sthiti, sukhasana, relaxed and stable. And with each exhalation, you're forcing the abdomen in. Okay? So this practice is done 50 to 100 strokes. Attention at the third eye, striking with each exhalation with the eyes closed, of course, with all of these practices. And after the last exhalation, you take a full deep breath. Exhale completely. And then take a partial breath in and start again. It's important to note that in order to start this breath, you want to take a partial inhalation, like a half inhalation. If you breathe in too deeply, it's hard to get going. If you don't breathe in enough, it's hard to get going. So you get a little momentum by taking a half a breath, and then you start the practice. So in the first video, we've done the Nadi Shodhana. Right when Nadi Shodhana is complete, when we're linking these practices together, you immediately take a partial breath, half breath, and you start Kapala Bhati. Between each round of Kapala Bhati, whether you're doing 2, 3, or 4, or 5 rounds of each one of these practices, then you will take a rest breath in between, if you like. So with the Nadi Shodhana, you'll do 6 rounds or 10 rounds of the Nadi Shodhana, and then as a beginner, you might do 2 to 3 rounds of Kapala Bhati. After the last exhalation of Kapala Bhati, once you're done, you'll inhale and exhale. Take a partial breath in and start again, and so forth. After the last exhalation of the last round of Kapala Bhati, we'll begin the third pranayama in the series. And we'll review each one so you'll get a sense as we go. But so just to recap, you're doing 6 rounds of Nadi Shodhana breathing, beginning and ending on the left nostril. After the last round of Nadi Shodhana, take a partial inhalation, do your first round of Kapala Bhati, strike, strike, strike. After you've done 50 to 100, or however much you like to do, without strain, inhale completely, exhale, I call that a catch breath, inhale halfway, start again, Kapala Bhati. Once you're done, you inhale, a nice catch breath again, take partial breath, start again. At the last round of Kapala Bhati, you'll segue into the next practice. You'll take an inhale, and you'll exhale completely all the air out, and we will start with the third practice, Agni Sardauti, which is the next in the series, the third in the series of 4 purifications. Namaste.